Kyiv has been calling for the delivery of multi-role aircraft since the beginning of the Russian invasion. Yesterday, President Andrzej Duda revealed information that appears to be a breakthrough from the point of view of Ukraine's air defense system. Literally, within the next few days, we will hand over, as far as I remember, 4 aircraft to Ukraine in full working order. The rest are being prepared and serviced and will be successively handed over. Poland's decision was also followed by the Slovak government. Prime Minister Edward Heger announced today that 13 Slovak MiG-29 fighters will soon arrive in Ukraine. According to some sources, Bulgaria and Hungary could also decide to take such a step. It is estimated that before the outbreak of war, Ukraine had 51 operational MiG-29s. These are aircraft designed to eliminate air targets, but they can also be partially used to eliminate ground targets. I am thinking here of radio location stations whose task is to detect aircraft precisely. Meanwhile, the U.S. State Department has approved Poland's purchase of 800 Hellfire missiles to equip Poland's AW-149 multi-role helicopters. This is one of the newer variants of laser-guided missiles. This agreement will benefit Poland's security and thus translate into improved U.S. national security within NATO. It also directly supports U.S. foreign policy. Poland stabilizes the political situation and drives economic development in Europe. In addition, Minister of Defense Mariusz Błaszczak announced that Ukraine has placed another order for machine guns Grot. The MSBS Grot is really an excellent weapon, modular rifle which can be very well used by right-handed and left-handed people. Also, it can be in a short version with a folding stock. More versions of Grot rifles are appearing. It is also worth noting that we, as the armed forces of Poland, are already transitioning to making the Grot the primary small arms weapon on the equipment of the Polish soldiers. It is not clear whether the outcome of next year's U.S. presidential election will change Washington's policies. One of the main campaign themes Republicans want to make is the fact of growing skepticism among Americans who are tired of the war and are against further support for Ukraine. Lugansk Oblast Governor Serhiy Haidai predicts that the Ukrainian counteroffensive will begin later this month. Its success could change the mood in Washington. For offensive operations to be carried out, there must be a halt to the enemy's offensive. So it seems logical to hold Bakhmut at all costs. Second, the advancing troops must have at least local air superiority. The Ukrainians already possess a significant amount of heavy equipment of an offensive nature. I am referring to tanks of the Leopard and Abrams type. Recall that Poland has also initiated their transfer. Reported that this year alone, financial support from Kyiv's political partners amounted to about 6 billion euros. According to the Institute of World Economy, Poland is the third country in terms of transferred military support. Poland has become a logistics hub. It supports very strongly not only with its resources, but also with allied resources of Ukraine. And thanks to the fact that it has, for example, roads, railroads, airports, seaports, that is possible. And now you have to put such an equal sign between the very role we play and at the same time the threat. From Ukraine's point of view, in addition to arms supplies, it is equally important to maintain trade routes on the Black Sea. The grain agreement enabling this expires tomorrow. Ukraine, with the support of Turkey and the UN, is working to extend the agreement by 120 days. Meanwhile, Russia has only agreed to an extension for twice as short a period. The grain corridor has so far transported more than 24 million tons of Ukrainian food.